Callum Prime for North Shore. Aquablades have Elliot London Moore going in third place. The gap's closing though as we see swimming Auckland through George Smith now moving into third. Wharanui with Matthew Phillips also there. It is Wharanui in fact in third place.
Well, I think that Daniel Hunter's just really relaxing into this. He knows that all he has to do is win it. It's nothing more than that. He's got to come back and swim the 100 metres freestyle and give it all to qualify for the Olympic Games. But look at the experience. I think he showed more the experience on the changeover when he went into the water, because it was the North Shore swimmers that went into the wall first. But immediately, Daniel Hunter with a better changeover put them in the lead, and they're going to take out the gold.
Well, all the way down that 50, you could see the power of Hunter's legs, the big feet. I don't know what size he's got, about 16s by the height of him.
Well, he's 2 metres tall.
Yeah, and so they were really moving, and the splash, you could see the spray coming up, and that just indicates how hard he was working. He shakes hands with Callum Prime from North Shore.
Callum Prime would think he'd be doing pretty well over the first 50 metres, and then he just put on the afterburners.
Wharanui finishing in third place. That was an excellent swim by them. Canterbury West Coast in fourth. Well, stunning young swimmer this. Gosh, we're talking about the newbies, and he's there.
So the first leg of this 4x100 metres freestyle, and it was a very good start by Ewan Jackson. Great turn, just power off the wall. Put them into a great start. The second swimmer immediately for Howie Pakuranga is Daniel Kukensberg, tied up, but again we just saw there a very good changeover once again. This is when Aspen came back at them, and then look at the changeover once again of Daniel Hunter as he goes into the water. And then there was nothing in it at the 50 metre, but he just powered away after that, got the afterburners going.
Well, we looked at Hunter and we saw a little story on him previously, and it featured his coach, Jana Wilkitsky, and she has been here for 10 years from Croatia, where she represented that country at the 2000 Olympic Games in Sydney in backstroke and individual medley. She's doing a great job out here, Jana Wilkitsky. Now we've got the women, and not a big field here, just 3 teams.
Yeah, 3 teams. It is Wellington, Auckland versus the North Shore Swimming Club. Because, you know, unless you're the lead-off swimmer, it's very hard, because the lead-off swimmer can use it as an official qualifying time. Nobody else can. So it's really a hard situation. Do you sacrifice your meet if you know that you've got your premier event tomorrow morning? That's no excuse, because a lot of the swimmers get a lot of enjoyment racing as part of a relay team. And it's amazing how they actually bring out the best in them.
So swimming Auckland in lane 4, they have Summer Milne, Holly Parker, Lara Van Egton and Georgia Zakest. Swimming Wellington in 3, led off by Rebecca Moynihan, Keely McKnight, Christelle Nielsen and Phoebe Nelson. North Shore have Helena Gasson, Karina Doyle, Emma Godwin, Hayley Edmond. So the swimming Wellington team is based through 4 swimmers from the Raumati Raptors, coached by John Winter. Some of the other swimmers from the Wellington area not swimming in the relay tonight, but they'll be finding it tough against the likes of North Shore with Helena Gasson. How free will she be feeling, eh?
Well, you know, she'll be very euphoric right now. I'm not sure if I would have put her as my lead-off swimmer straight after that 100 metres butterfly. I probably would have put her at the back.
She volunteered.
Probably given her. Well, they have to submit the entries well in advance at the start of the meet, and I would have probably put her as the anchor swimmer to give her a little bit more recovery off that 100 butterfly, irrespective of whether you knew that she was going to do the qualifying time or not. But look, she's still putting it on for this North Shore swimming team.
Rebecca Moynihan in second place, recent recipient of a scholarship from the Wellington High Performance Aquatic Centre. She'll take capital into Wellington into second place. Summer Milne hands over to Holly Parker for Auckland in lane 4.
So Karina Doyle out in front for the North Shore Swimming Club. Bilateral breathing, in other words, breathing on a 3-stroke cycle to each side. What happens is as these swimmers go into the wall, there's a fair bit of turbulence when in relays when you start to get out in front. So you turn and you have to go into the turbulence of the swimmers that are still coming down the pool. Now when that lead is extended a little bit further, that turbulence is a little bit harder as you go into them. I think in this case, Karina Doyle was able to go under that turbulence. The others were up close enough on her. But Doyle doing a good job for the North Shore Swimming Club.
She will lead them into the wall at the halfway mark. Emma Godwin will take over from her. She's up on the blocks and ready to go now. Safe exchange, and they have to be careful. Don't want to be that far out in front and blow it with an incorrect or illegal changeover. North Shore, so there have Emma Godwin. Swimming Auckland have Lara Van Egten and Christelle Nielsen of Swimming Wellington.
So great race for second, but Emma Godwin out in front, once again doing the bilateral breathing on both sides. So we'll see a shot here as she turns. Now she'll come back into a little bit more turbulence this time. There it is right there as she breaks out. The lane ropes do an amazing job of trying to eliminate as much of that turbulence as possible. Boy, what a great race for second between Wellington and Auckland.
North Shore all the way. Last swimmer.
Grab one of their slogans.
Yeah. Yes. Hayley Edmund. She's away, and it is Auckland who've moved into second place ahead of Wellington. So Georgia Zakest of Auckland and Phoebe Nelson from Wellington, 15-year-old, swimming the anchor leg for Swimming Wellington from the Raumati Raptors.
So Hayley Edmund for the North Shore Swimming Club employed a step start or step changeover, not probably got her timing quite right. There was a little bit of a hesitation between the swimmer in the water, Emma Goodwin, and Hayley Edmund leaving the block. Because the touch timing here is able to have an indicator between the touch pads at the end of the wall and onto the starting blocks. There's a sensor on the starting blocks, and they can tell it electronically whether or not the swimmer has touched the wall and the swimmer on the blocks leaves the wall. Now you try to make that time down to the bare minimum.
And the touch pad will also pick up the final time, which is recorded by Hayley Edmund, and therefore the North Shore Swimming Club team of 3:52.85. And it will also determine who is second, and that is Georgia Zakest of Auckland and Phoebe Nelson from Swimming Wellington. They're the three anchor swimmers in this final event on night 3. It's the women's 400 freestyle relay. North Shore, Auckland and Wellington. They will have the gold, silver and bronze medals.
Goodbye.
Very
so
good
Helena
start.
Gasson, yeah, a very good start off Helena Gasson. There she is into the turn over the first 50 metres. I think when we see her changeover, there's a good changeover there, but Gasson just pretty straight in the way that she touched. Needs to lean onto the finish a little bit better. So Doyle into second. And Goodwin into the third leg. And there's the finish that we see from Hayley Edmund. A great finish on her too. Completely leaning onto the side of her stroke.
So brilliant. This pool tonight, the Sir Owen Glenn Aquatic Centre on the North Shore, has seen some fantastic swims tonight, ending up with the North Shore team winning the women's 4x100. But really, the spectators here have been treated to some, well, two in particular, fabulous swims, haven't they? With the two qualifying swims by fresh faces.
Yeah, look, fantastic. Bradley Ashby was outstanding. I thought his 200 IM was the swim of the meet so far, but Helena Gasson right there as well. And I don't think we can discount Daniel Hunter's effort in that 50 freestyle. I was delighted to see the way that he put together that final. I just thought he just tied up a little bit. And I think that he'll learn from that, or he's got to come back tomorrow in that 100 metres freestyle and see if he can put it all on the line.
And of course, first up tonight, we saw Lauren Boyle, our champion, our star swimmer, also qualifying in the women's 400 metres freestyle. So it's been a big night. It's been a big night. We'll start again at 7 tomorrow here live from the Aquatic Centre with the 400 freestyle for men. Moving through the 100 fly for para swimmers, then the 100 breaststroke for both women and men, and the 50 freestyle for women and men as well. On to more para swims, then the 100 backstroke for men and women, and we end up with the 1500 freestyle for women.
It's a non-Olympic event.
Yeah, that's right, and it's one that, well, we've got the 1500 freestyle for men is an Olympic event, but the 1500 freestyle for women is not, but that will end tomorrow's finals. We're live here from the Aquatic Centre at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. I hope you can join us then.
The 2016 New Zealand champion in a time of 53.65, representing Enterprise, Chris Dawson. This is the victory ceremony for event 22, the women's 100 metres butterfly. Again, the medals are being presented by Chairman of Swimming New Zealand, Bruce Cotterill. The winner of the bronze medal, representing United, Georgia Maris. The winner of the silver medal, representing Capital, Samantha Lee.
Congratulations, Samantha.
Thank you.
And the winner of the gold medal and the 2016 New Zealand champion in the New Zealand record time of 58.51, representing North Shore, Helena Gasson. This is the victory ceremony for event number 23, the men's 4x100 metres freestyle club relay. And the winner of the gold medal for the club relay, North Shore Swimming Club. My apologies. Let me try that again. Event 23, men's 400 metres club relay. The bronze medal goes to the Wharenui Swim Club, represented by Thomas Moot, Zachary Clark, Ben Angell and Matthew Phillips. The silver medal goes to North Shore Swimming Club. North Shore represented by Jackson Crop, Finn Kennard Campbell, Flynn Jones and Callum Prime. And the winners of the gold medal and the 2016 New Zealand Club Champions in a time of 3:28.53, Howick Pakuranga. Represented by Ewan Jackson, Daniel Koenigsberger, Joshua Aspin and Daniel Hunter. These medals are being presented this evening again by Mr. Bruce Cottrell, Chairman of Swimming New Zealand, and Claire Walker, the Chief Pupil Officer of Sanford.
Congratulations. Well done.